Yeah. ठीक है भाईजान. Yeah. How are you? Have you started the campaign, have you?
Well, I've got to in it.
Yeah.
Got to be done in it.
All right. Okay.
And that's Ian Greenwood is the candidate for this area, yeah?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
right.
all right.
And he's the candidate for this area, and
All right.
so we need support for everybody.
Oh, okay. All right.
And let's make a change anyway now. So.
Well, aren't you already in power?
No, I used to be the leader of council.
He was.
Were you the leader of the council?
Yeah.
When was this?
It's about 6 years ago.
All right. There used to be a different person, leader of the council. What was his name? What was
Dave Green.
Yeah, that's right. Dave Green. Yeah.
And then it's Susan Hinchcliffe now.
Yeah. And you were in between, were you?
No,
No, I was before.
Oh, you were before David Green?
Yeah. Imran Hussain, you know, the MP, were my deputy. Yeah.
All right. He was your deputy. Okay. And are you currently? Your Labour's currently in power, isn't it, in Bradford?
We've got we're in control. Yeah. But it's not by that many. We could do with increasing them, and it's a Liberal round here at the moment. So
who's the Liberal MP that's running?
Liberal is
because I remember it was David Ward.
David he was a member of Parliament. He's not a member of Parliament anymore. And still they got control of Bradford East, and that's another thing. This is
Bradford
where we need. Yeah, but this comes under Bradford East.
The council bit. Imran Hussain's your MP.
But this area is still under
Liberal. Yeah.
Control. So that's why people think that. You know what you said originally, that first, like.
Because I thought, that's what I thought. You know, like Labour's here because obviously we've elected him on. Yeah. But it's not
Bradford East. When it comes to Bradford East, the committee, right? They make decisions. They've got control for your area. So this is where now we need Ian to come in to make a change and let's break their policies. So end of the day here, right? They've never been around anyway. So now Ian is. Well, I know him personally because he was my colleague.
And who are you?
My name is Jamil.
Jamil?
Yeah, I think you've got my face on.
All right.
I used to be a councillor for next ward.
Oh, did you? Okay, all right.
Now we're working together and just want to make sure that we came to live together.
So what council are you still?
I'm not councillor.
No. Okay, I see. All right. Okay. And so obviously the main issue that we have is like social care, and as you know, that's like a concern for many people. You know, the elderly.
It's massively troubling because the government are just cutting back the amounts of money, and the demand is increasing.
Yes.
And the council are not in a situation to be able to fund it properly, you know.
And the policy comes on top as well.
Yeah.
You know.
So I mean, like, would you say that it's not long-term viable then?
Yeah, that's what I'd say. At the moment, it's not long-term viable.
Yeah. So I mean, what about the residents? I mean, what would you do as a councillor, elected local?
What you've got to try and do is make the thing as efficient as possible to weigh up the proper needs that people have. You know. For instance, I'll give you an example.
Okay, all right.
You've got an elderly person that needs a rail on the back.
Yeah.
At the moment, what happens is somebody comes out, does an assessment.
Occupational assessment.
Yeah. And you know that costs the time and effort. Then they tell you what you need and they come and fit it for you.
Yeah.
When the reality, all most people want is somebody to come in and say, it needs an handrail there. You can get them from B&Q with a cost 20 quid, fit them in. If somebody said that to you, you'd say fair cop. It's difference between 800 quid and 20 quid.
And if they're let's assume that you might be needing.
If it's a person that can't do that.
Yeah. Let's say maybe something, right?
I know
you might be needing like an extension or something, some sort of right. You need it, right? And that is something that they don't have a control. So this is where all the policies coming from the government. It says we are there. We don't have that control. So only
the policies are set by central government.
Yes.
Regarding how social care is funded.
And how it's funded,
So what happens from OT? Then it goes to the grant. What's that?
Housing grant.
Housing grant, right? So this is where it goes to them, and that's
and
all
there's
the
a limited
comes
budget.
in. They said, "Oh, we can't do this. We can't do that."
And what I find in my experience,
DFG, Disability Facility Grant.
Yeah, but what I find is that the turnaround time. Let's say, for example, my mom, who's elderly, and she needs let's say a grab rail or whatever put in place. Exactly. You know, she can't speak the language. I will do something on her behalf. OT will come out and assessment. That potentially that itself could be a month. Okay.
It's unbelievable, yeah.
And then so after a month, you know, we get a go ahead saying, no, I'm sorry, or yes, or no. Let's say if they say no, then we apply for a grant. All right, the
No,
grant.
it doesn't work like that.
Oh.
Because from OT,
Yeah.
they go to approve it, their recommendation, they recommend,
Alright,
right?
so-
Then it goes to DFG.
Yeah, alright, let's
So
say
that's
that-
what you need between that, between DFG, of OT and DFG. This is where the Ian comes in.
Yeah.
If you have a right counsel, you approach him,
Yeah.
and this is where it's going to be your supporting.
Yeah, I understand, but it's still going to take a long time, and by that time my mum's needs might have improved or something. And so when you talk about the efficiency,
It's staggering.
Yeah.
About a quarter of the people on the list die before they get there.
Oh, there you
Yes.
go. There you go. And so what is going to be addressed to not just to speed up the process? I mean, you know, it's very well. I have to find what happens is that the red heading says, look, you can apply for this DFG
If they have more staff,
Yeah, because
So
although
it'll be more.
yeah, but then once again, you know, you're limited in your cutbacks.
Yeah, yeah.
So
so that's where all
There's
this
no
money-
point in lying here.
yeah,
The council's behind an 8 ball in this. They really don't have enough money.
That's right.
They try and do it as effectively as they can.
Yeah.
But the government effectively have cut the budgets to the point where the council can't deliver what they should deliver,
Yes.
and the government then blame the council for not delivering it. That's what's happening.
Okay.
Now, what the local councillor does is somebody approaches them, they bat for the individual. But I won't kid you that it were a fair or reasonable system, and nobody in the council would say it is, you know.
All right. Okay. Well, I first of all appreciate your honesty and openness regarding this matter, because it is a crisis situation.
Oh, no question.
And
yeah.
for example, not getting a stairlift for a grab rail or something is very, you know, minor. But when there are
not minor.
But what I'm trying to say is that when it's somebody's, you know, care support and they're not getting that support,
You know what
there's a danger to life there.
Yeah.
You know what we do with our experience, and we are experts in this, right? What we do is, right, we look at your situation.
Yeah.
Then what we do is tend to have a word with the OT as well.
Yeah.
Then from OT, then we have a talk to them as see how we can adjust it,
Yeah.
which is what we can do best for you,
Yeah.
for your needs.
Okay. All right.
But that's how our aim is.
Well, I don't want to take too much of your time today.
No, it's all right.
I know you've got many other things, you know, you've got a big campaign going. I would like to come down and speak to somebody regarding. because
My
we get-
details are on. Have you got an individual case that you want to talk?
Yeah. I mean, obviously we've got and I thought
My
maybe-
details are
Yeah.
on there somewhere.
Okay.
There.
Right, yeah. And when do you do your surgeries?
Well, I
So
don't at the
it's not a
moment,
counsellor at the
but
moment.
You're not
It's
a counsellor,
counsellor,
yeah.
but I do work for Imran Hussain.
All right.
the
When can I
MP.
come and see Imran?
Imran, if you give him a ring,
Imran
give him a ring,
does-
he will see you in Imran's office.
Yeah.
If you give me a ring, and I'll see you in Imran's office. Yeah.
But don't mind, right? At the moment, if he doesn't give you or I don't give you service, right? Please accept.
I'm all right
the
early in the
apology,
morning.
right? But we'll
I'm
do as much
I'm
as
all
we
right
can.
10 o'clock in the morning or
Yeah.
something.
Okay, no, but I mean, ideally, some of my issues maybe I want to raise with the MP himself, because obviously
He does an open surgery at 3
Fridays.
till 5 every Friday.
every Friday. Do I need a booking?
No?
Just come in.
3 to 5. I'll pop in on 3 to this
Somebody
Friday.
will give you
You're a
service.
bit of a queue sometimes
Okay,
because
no problem.
yeah.
What time do you suggest? 3 on the dot or
if I were
come
doing it,
after
I'd be
Namazi.
there at quarter.
quarter? Okay, all right. Okay, I'll pop in to see you then, and we'll have a bit more of a chat then. I don't want to
Okay.
keep you for.
No,
keep you.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Take care.
Yeah, you take
All right,
care as
take
well.
care. All right.
Yeah,
See you
take care.
later.
All right.
Take
Goodbye.
care.
Goodbye. So this guy's coming to my house and telling me about being and he's a running up council, telling me he's going to be running up council and telling me he's going to be I should vote for him. He's coming to my house, and then at the same time I'm going to end up in prison for another 4 years. And the support situation is this. So yeah, I'll go down to see Imran Khan because they've come to my house. I have not gone to them, and they'd want something from me, so I want something from them.